How's it going, guys? Hank here, back at you with another video on the Review and Preview Sports YouTube channel. And folks, please don't forget to give us a follow on all of our social medias. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Review and Preview Sports. And of course, if you like what you see, please don't forget to hit that big red button down below. Give us a like, give us a comment, let us know your thoughts. We want to hear from you guys. But for today, we are going to be recapping the Yankees Red Sox 4-game series at Fenway Park that happened this past weekend. And folks, it was a pretty crazy series, I got to tell you. So, the first game, Garrett Cole went 6 innings. He gave up 5 runs on 5 hits and struck out 7. But of course, the 2 home runs that he gave up were a 3-run home run and a 2-run home run, both to Rafael, who has absolutely been murdering him over his past few starts. However, the Yankees still found a way to win that game. Josh Donaldson in the 3rd inning would hit a grand slam to dead center, followed by Aaron Hicks going back-to-back right after that to give the Yankees an early 5-0 lead in that game. And then they would get an insurance run in the 5th inning, on a double by Jose Trevino that the first baseman was unable to catch, and it was one of many crazy fielding blunders in that series. But nevertheless, despite the 2 home runs by Devers, the Yankees bullpen shut down the Red Sox, and they were able to get the win in Game 1. Now, the second game was when things really started to get crazy in this series. The Yankees would find a way to bounce back and win this one 4-0, and Josh Donaldson, again, started things off with a 3-run home run in the 1st inning. And then this is the game that was known for the Joey Gallo triple that really should have been an error. And obviously, you'll have that memeable moment of Christian Arroyo in right field waving his hands because he can't see the ball and he's panicking. But obviously, that drove in 2 runs. Joey Gallo, unfortunately, got thrown out trying to hit an inside the park home run. But personally, I didn't really care. I thought that was just a really funny moment. Gave the Yankees 7-2 lead. Unfortunately, you can never really get comfortable with that, even after Matt Carpenter would hit a home run, because Nestor Cortez, unfortunately, did not have it. Gave up a few runs in the 1st inning on a double by Christian Vasquez, and then he gave up more home runs to Trevor Story and Bobby Dalbec, and then he put himself into a jam where Aaron Boone had to remove him. But fortunately, Miguel Castro was able to get him out of that inning without doing any further damage. And as far as the bullpen, the rest of the way, they did a pretty good job shutting down the Red Sox. Lucas Littke actually got a save for pitching last 3 1/3 innings. Yankees would win that game 12-5. But one of the things that was lost in this game, and one of the guys that was an X factor for the Red Sox was Rob Refsnyder. In that game, he went 4 for 5. He scored a few runs, and this series, he was a real thorn in the side of the Yankees. And for those who don't remember, Rob Refsnyder was a prospect that was ranked really high throughout the Yankees minor league organization. And obviously he got a lot of hype when he was called up. But unfortunately, as with a lot of players, he did not quite live up to his potential. And, he bounced around to the Tampa Bay Rays, the Toronto Blue Jays, and the Minnesota Twins before going to the Red Sox, where it seems like he finally found a role where he was comfortable with, and he's finally playing in a setting where he can thrive. And good for him, because I felt bad for him, like struggling to play at second base and not really having a natural position. It just really didn't work out for him with the Yankees. But anyways, back to this series. Rob Refsnyder wasn't continued to kill us, and then in the 3rd game, now this is where things really turned around. The Yankees would take a 3-run lead in the 6th inning on a Anthony Rizzo double and a Josh Donaldson single. Now, Josh Donaldson up to this point had been getting a lot of clutch hits for the Yankees, but then in the bottom of the 6th, Refsnyder again would hit a home run, and then they would tie it a few innings later with Verdugo hitting a single. And then things changed in the top of the 10th. After the Yankees took the lead, there were a few mistakes that happened. And going into the 8th inning, one thing that bothered me was I don't understand why you would use Clay Holmes in the bottom of the 8th with 2 outs trying to go for 4 outs save situation when you had Michael King pitching a few innings, doing really well, and being one of your better relief pitchers. I thought that was really too desperate of a move by Aaron Boone, but then again, that might have had something to do with decisions made upstairs. I don't really want to get into all that, but that was something I did not like. But then, fortunately, the Yankees were able to take the lead. But then in the bottom of the 10th, disaster happened when Jeter Downs hit an RBI single for his first career major league hit. Did not sit well to me that a guy named Jeter would be the one getting his first career hit in this series, but put the Red Sox very closer to coming back in this game. And then obviously the real turning point was afterwards was Xander Bogaerts hit a ground ball to Josh Donaldson. He bobbled it, so unfortunately took away the chance of getting an inning-ending double or game-ending double play. So he was only able to get Xander Bogaerts out at first base, and then the Red Sox, fortunately for them, would capitalize with Alex Verdugo hitting an RBI single, winning the game, and such a blown opportunity for the Yankees in this game. Would have been nice to win this series. Now, granted, you knew they weren't going to sweep the Red Sox. With the way the Red Sox were playing in June, winning 20 of 26 games, and also going into a 4-game series at Fenway Park, that's a tough ask, but this is a very winnable game, so it was very difficult. But it looked like things would turn around last night because the Yankees did take a 6-2 lead, powered by a home run by Giancarlo Stanton. But unfortunately, the theme of this game was Jamison Taillon just could never get that shutdown inning. They were up 4-0 in the bottom of the second, gives up a home run to Franchi Cordero, and then even after Matt Carpenter would hit a home run, Christian Vasquez would hit one into the light tower at Fenway. It was 6-3 Yankees, but then Taillon just gave that lead back in the bottom of the fifth. Christian Vasquez hit an RBI double. JD Martinez would tie the game with a 2-run home run. And then from there on out, it just got ugly. Bottom of the sixth inning, the Red Sox, Trevor Story hit a pop-up that DJ LeMahieu called off Judge on. I don't know why Judge didn't just take charge because it looked like he had that ball the way. Should have been a routine catch. And then LeMahieu ended up making another error, and then Jeter Downs hit a sac fly. Red Sox took the lead, and from there on out, it just got ugly. And seeing Chapman pitch in the fifth inning and walking guys, man, there's a reason why yours truly didn't really want to see Aroldis Chapman continue to be pitching in these situations, but it is what it is. Trevor Story hit a big RBI double to pretty much win the game for the Red Sox, and that was it. It was a crazy series, and if you told me it was going to end in a split before, I probably wouldn't have been very surprised because, let's face it, the Yankees and the Red Sox have played a lot of crazy games over the years. Yesterday and Saturday being no different, but moving on, they will be matching up again at Yankee Stadium after each of them will play their own series. The Yankees will play 3 games against Cincinnati Reds this week, while the Red Sox will go to Tampa Bay for 3 games. And in this series, I would imagine the pitching matchup this weekend for the Yankees, they will have, I would imagine, so Severino would pitch second game against the Reds. I would imagine you'll probably be seeing Montgomery pitching one of the games and Garrett Cole on Sunday. Should be an interesting series for the Yankees at Yankee Stadium, so hopefully they can bounce back. And the silver lining is the Yankees are still 14 games up in the standings on the Red Sox and comfortably in first place. And obviously going back to Yankee Stadium, they have not lost very many games at their home ballpark, which is something you love to hear. So the Yankees are in fine shape, but the Red Sox, got to watch out for them. They are climbing. They're going to be a pretty dangerous team going forward. As a Yankee fan, I always think of them as a threat, but that's really all I have to talk about for the rest of this series. And I will obviously be recapping the second series on Hitting for the Cycle when that show comes back next week. But folks, as always, don't forget to follow us on all of our social medias. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Reviews Preview Sports. And of course, please don't forget to hit that big red button down below. Give us a like and give us a comment. What were your thoughts on this series? Did you think the Yankees should have won? Do you think the Red Sox now have a new life in them? Do you think the Yankees will be able to bounce back next weekend? We'd love to hear your thoughts, and I would love to interact with you guys in the comments. But until next time, I'm Hank and Dichter, and I will see you guys later.